Pittsburgh Steelers, Aaron Rodgers.
Wow. Still open?
Yeah. Hey.
Am I on?
Yeah. Helmet. They're yelling. Don't roll your ankle on a helmet. Here for Daddy Rodgers. Mr. Rodgers here. We told you, and you know this because of how many Pittsburgh people you've been around and your respect and appreciation for the sport and the league as a whole. You knew Pittsburgh was a football town. Always have. Now you get a chance to be the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback. Has that been a cool thing for you? Like, legitimately. Has that been a cool moment? I've seen the pictures. They're posting you in a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform. And as a kid that grew up here, that's like a really cool thing for us to see. I'm wondering on your side of it, being a Pittsburgh Steeler, how it feels.
Well, I mean, Pittsburgh is one of the cornerstone franchises in the NFL. Everybody knows who they are. There's only a few of them. But it's just different here. There's a level of expectation based on the excellence that's happened here, where you kind of come in and you expect to fall in the line to embody what it means to be a Steeler. And I really appreciate that because I've been in Green Bay for 18 years, and it's the same thing there.
Yeah, because Green Bay, that's literally what Ty said. Ty said if I looked from the NFC over to the AFC, I would say the Green Bay Packers of the AFC is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Just storied franchise. To get season tickets here, it's like a 30-year waiting period, just like it is at Green Bay. Away games, you'll see terrible towels in every stadium. And now they're attacking your previous employer, which I certainly love. These people, I told you this whenever you signed here. I said, hey, you win a Super Bowl for the city of Pittsburgh, they will murder people and bury the bodies for you.
Yes. You tell me where, brother. They'll do that anyways.
Now, they're already chanting your name. You've been here for 2 weeks. How has it been with the fans and the Yinzers and experiencing life here at training camp at St. Vincent?
I love the Yinzers. I've been around them my entire career. You guys know Big Mike was on the show. There's just something special about the people from this area. You know, there's something in the water maybe, but
rust.
But
steel,
the rust, yeah. They're
E.
built.
coli, maybe.
They're built a little differently.
Yeah, and they love their Steelers. They love you already, man, and they will love you forever if you go do what you're going to do for them here in a couple weeks. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Aaron, you've been here for a few weeks. You had a little bit of time back in the OTAs or minicamp or whatever, and then now you've been here for 2 weeks. I feel like you kind of knew what DK was working out with him. Some of the boys went out to California. Has anyone surprised you so far in camp that you've been thrown to?
No, I mean, I think the coolest thing is just what is going on right now.
I had my hand out like this, literally like this, and a guy threw a marker, landed right in my hand. It's got touch like Aaron Rodgers.
What is cool?
This guy right here got touch like Aaron Rodgers. It was a great throw.
Hopefully Foxy got that.
I mean, this place is crazy. It's crazy.
Awesome.
Like, it's hot as hell out here. These folks show up every single day. Yesterday, they were rolling down this hill because it was raining like crazy. But there's just something special about this place. You can feel it. I love being here in Latrobe. We did 14 years at St. Norbert's in Green Bay, and then kind of went away from that. But there's something special about the camaraderie that actually gets to happen. I think every coach talks about, training camp is when you come together and you build that team chemistry. But honestly, when at places that don't go away, when 7 o'clock hits or 6:30 or whatever the time is, guys go home. Mm-hmm. Now here, guys go in the head's room. Cam, he's got a huge head. His nickname is Head. They go in his room and hang out. Last night we were in Highsmith's room hanging out. Guys come in my room and talk ball. So there's actually real camaraderie that happens at a place like the Trobe. So I give a lot of credit to Mr. Rooney because there's a lot of buildings with his name on it around here.
He's on the board here, actually.
For putting the money into it, but the opportunity that we have here to spend time together and actually come together is pretty cool. And also with Mike's schedule practicing the midday, I know we got some issues with the weather, but I enjoy the opportunities to truly develop that training camp callus.
Training camp's been here since 1966. They're saying bring us 7, which was one of the answers that you actually gave. Whenever your first press conference happened, you were getting rapid fire questions. And I believe the way it was phrased was, if you were to win another Super Bowl, what do you think it would be for your legacy? And you said, well, it'd be 7 for the city of Pittsburgh, I think is what we're trying to do here. Is that the mentality of the entire locker room? When you were talking to Tomlin throughout the entire process of whether or not you were going to play again, or if you're going to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers, you're kind of in the process of that. You talk to him on a regular basis. Was it like, hey, this city of Pittsburgh needs another one, we need another one? What is those conversations like, and what is expectations like? Yeah, they're like 10 more if you could, next 10 years.
I mean, everybody's 0-0 right now. There's 32 teams that feel like they can win a championship, but you guys know, covering the game, there's only a handful of teams. I always say like 6 to 8, but it's really like 8 to 12 because there's some of those teams like the Commanders last year.
Oh my God! This son of a bitch!
I saw the sign. That's what got me. I was just talking to Ty about the San Diego Chargers playing. When you're as old as I am, you played in so many different stadiums and against different team names. We beat the St. Louis Rams.
Yep.
That team doesn't exist anymore, but there's a history of excellence that exists in only a few places around the league, and thankfully I'm here at one of them.
Go ahead, AJ.
They love it already. Hey, Arthur Smith, what did you know about him coming in? Did you have a relationship at all before? You're obviously your offensive coordinator here, and what's it been like the first 7-10 days with him?
I love Art. We started talking. You guys love Art. He's on the show a lot. He's got a great mustache.
Yeah.
Great mustache.
Salt of the earth.
But I met him a couple years ago, and we had a friendship and would send messages back and forth. But once the opportunity started to become a possibility, we talked more. And he's just a great dude. He's very he's the opposite of rigid. He wants to do right by the team, and whatever the best scheme is for the guys that he's got, he's going to implement that. So whether it's me at quarterback or bringing a guy like John who's had in the past and finding ways to get him involved, obviously DK being our number one, making sure he's involved in the progression. We're moving him around to give him different looks. And then we got a bunch of little guys that we're trying to figure out who's going to kind of step up and be that second receiver, who's going to be the third, who's going to be the fourth. But guys like Calvin Austin, Roman Wilson, Scotty Miller, guys that you can move around. Obviously, I'm talking about receivers right now. Yeah, we got a lot of tight ends. We got four great tight ends. We can actually do 04 personnel, which is 4 tight ends on the field. When you can put Jonnu and Darnell and Pat and Connor on the field, it's pretty special. So he's great at kind of using the skills that each guys have and implementing them in the offense. But he's a great dude. He had a tragedy that happened this offseason with his dad passing away. It meant a lot to him, but he's been great. He's great in front of the room when he's installing plays. And give it up for Arthur.
Yeah, he's a dog. Hell yeah. They weren't doing this with the previous offense coordinator. I will let you know that.
No, there were chances.
Yeah, they'll come back around potentially. I saw you throw a pick to Patrick Queen, and then I saw everybody say that you lost it. How much do you love people thinking that you lost it? How much do you love that? How much do you love people thinking that you lost it? Legitimately, how much do you love that?
Oh, I don't give a shit about that.
I bet. It's been awesome to watch you spin it again, brother. Legit. Go ahead, D-Bud.
Speaking of spinning it, we're about a week into camp. How does the body feel? How does the mind feel going into this season right now?
Body feels great, DB. We just got 2 days off.
Okay.
That never happens. We had a day off, and then we had a rain out yesterday, so I feel great right now.
Today's going to be a monster.
What?
Today's going to be a monster. First day pads after 2 days off.
And it's this hot out here.
It's going to be
a Gruden grinder today out there. For sure.
What should we be looking for today in practice? We'll be down there. So
we start every practice with what they call 7 shots. It's 7 plays, 4th and 2 from the 2. And that period is live as his team run. I haven't been around a lot of tackling in training camp in my career really ever. Maybe with Big Mike
early on.
Pittsburgh tough,
Yes.
hell yeah.
Maybe a couple times, but those 2 periods will be real fun to watch.
And that's how practice starts?
We start with seven shots, yeah.
Oh, my God. That's a good way to start a little bit of physicality.
Just pound the rock. Just pound it.
Like a little pounded ground. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, Aaron, I hope you're still, caught up on all the conspiracies going on right now because there are some gems out there. But you talked a lot about the offense. What about that O-line? We talked to Alan Clay.
Jesse caught it! That's a Jesse James versus the Pats.
Touchdown.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Again. Hey, Steelers fans, Aaron wasn't here. He doesn't give a fuck about that. But
no, he does.
When you think about
I do.
Of course. 2017, man. What a year. When you think about that O-line, very young, kind of similar to the Jets, but AQ said, just yesterday, of course, new color, broadcaster for the Cardinals. He said just yesterday, Steelers he expects to take a massive step up. How has that been kind of working with the young O-line? Sweet West Virginia boy, Zach Frazier, hopefully he has a towel for you today with all that swass that's probably going on.
No, he's actually a light sweater, so we're good on that.
Wow.
We're good on that.
Is he getting that ball up to you yet?
Yeah, at least back there it's light, It starts and ends with that kid, though. I mean, he's got a chance to be really special in the league. A lot of the great centers I've had were also wrestlers, and he was a great wrestler in high school. But he's super smart. He's a Mountaineer, yeah.
Hell yeah. We're back.
He's a little too smug for my liking, though. He's out there making calls for me right now, telling me if I got the wrong check. So I gotta get his ass in line a little bit, let him know who's in charge. But no, seriously, Zach's done a great job. Starts and ends with him.
13 time.
13 what?
13 time.
13 time what?
They don't know what the hell they're talking
What
about.
are they talking about? But I like the battles that we got going on right now and the depth that we have. Those guys, we'll be in work in progress as we go. We haven't even put the pads on yet, but I think it'll be interesting today. We're all taking side bets on who the first fight's going to be. And if I'm a betting man, I'm saying that either Zach Frazier or Mason McCormick will be involved in the first fight.
Okay.
They go everywhere together.
Now, Mason McCormick and Zach Frazier both heard that, and they're also like, okay, now Aaron's expecting us to throw some hands. Let's go
damn
ahead
right I am.
and do that. We all view that way. We all feel that way. Yeah. It is awesome over the last few years, us covering training camp. Remember a few years back, I think Aaron Donald took a helmet at somebody, and they were calling for lawsuits and
Assault.
cops to show up, and then fights were happening. It's like, hey, fights are exhausting for players during training camp, but also it shows how together your team is, how tough your team is, what they stand on. I think it's a big deal. Now, I don't think Tomlin is promoting fights, but if you have no fights, I think that's a problem.
He's definitely not promoting fights. It's one of the rules, no fighting. But if something starts, whip his ass. Yeah, get it on, baby.
That's everybody. I think every good coach views it that way.
Big Mike did.
You said work in
Mike,
progress.
Big Mike loved
He didn't
we
promote
fought.
it. He didn't promote it.
No, he didn't promote it.
He was never in a bad mood after
No, he
big
was
fights.
not.
No.
I legitimately think if your team doesn't fight, you should be worried.
I always knew if we fought in practice that night, that was back when we had 2 days, Mike would be texting me after practice saying, hey, come on over and have a couple ICs. Couple Iron Cities.
Have you had any
Couple
mangoes?
Iron Cities.
I'll tell you what, the Iron City mangoes. There it is. That's the nectar of the gods.
Yeah, it is.
They pull it from the rivers of dead bodies here. Obviously, you got the Allegheny, the Monongahela. They come together for the Ohio. Okay, that is the point downtown, 3 rivers. And they will get water out of there, put some booze in it, and that's the nectar that is IC Light. Every kid drank it as a teenager here in Pittsburgh. It is the nectar of the gods. Nectar of the gods. You should have a couple. You said work in progress. How much do you know the offense? Did you show up knowing the offense? Because there was a report that Arthur Smith was quietly making an entire playbook for you and yada, yada, yada. You're obviously an incredibly intelligent...
I haven't seen that playbook yet.
Okay, good. You're obviously an incredibly intelligent person, Celebrity Jeopardy champion. If you had to, you'd win against actual Jeopardy people. I'm on your side for that. Had a 500-page report in 2020. People don't remember that. I remember everything else. But how do you feel about how comfortable you are in the offense? And
I'm getting more comfortable as the days go on. There's not a my own playbook and it's Arthur's playbook. Now I'm finding ways within it to add little stuff here and there, but it's Arthur's playbook and I like it. I like it a lot. But what is going on over here?
I mean, these are Jensers, brother. Training camp.
They're the best. They're the best.
This is how it's going to be.
They have their own agenda.
This is how it's going to be. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Pittsburgh's going to the Super Bowl. Here we go. We got Aaron. Turn the ball deep. Here we go. And a guy named Artie. Here we go. Boswell making kicks like he does. And we're looking for 7 in the fucking house. Here we go.
There it is.
Banger. Absolute banger. Do you know Renegade yet?
Did you learn Renegade on guitar yet?
I'm in fear for my life from the Lord. face, Aaron. All right, last question. Everybody can hear what you're saying. There's a mic on AJ's face. Ty has a question for you, Aaron.
Aaron, we talked about this a little bit off stage, and through the last several years you've been on the show, you've talked about how much respect you have for Mike T. How has that relationship been so far? Is there anything that's been, like maybe kind of surprised you now that he's your head coach and he's just not a guy you respect from afar?
Where's my camera at?
Could be any of them. Use the jib. They were doing a sweet artsy jib shot on you. Zoom in on Aaron slowly.
No, just do a 2-shot, me and Age.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Mike T is the man. Any hate, disrespect, and the ilk is complete and utter bullshit.
Hell yeah.
Mike T is the man. From day one that we talked on the phone in the offseason, I was never talking to a head coach. I was talking to a friend. I respected the hell out of that. I have crazy respect for him. The way that he leads the room, the way that he talks in the team meeting, the way he is at practice. The surprise has been just what a great dude he is, what a great leader he is, on top of what I already expected, which was already high based on what I thought from afar. But being able to see it in person is incredible. He's the type of guy that every great coach makes you want to play for. And what I mean to expand on that is you care so deeply about the person, you don't want to let him down. And that's the aura and that's the respect that Mike has from his players, that you want to play for this guy because you know how much he cares and you don't want to let him down.
You've been on a championship team before. You've had a lot of great teams that you've been on.
Yeah, we beat the Steelers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Wow. Should have already had 7, you could say. Oh, man.
That was a different day. It's a new day. It's a new day.
Pittsburgh.
That's because AJ was using steroids.
Nick Morotto.
AJ was drinking his piss.
Yes, we know. Okay, you confirmed that.
Still never
Perfect.
was.
I said that
He
at
was.
DSP's. People says
Look at this guy. You think he hasn't drank his pee in the last 5 years, all the stuff he's been into?
chewing bark, drinking piss.
Chewing bark.
Hey, great answer the other day, by the way.
Phenomenal.
That was.
And that guy would drink your piss, he said. That's what I'm talking about, though.
Hell yeah.
That's what Pittsburgh would do for you, Aaron. You need to know that. We appreciate you so much for stopping by. Can't wait to watch.
Come on, give him a sample.
There's a porta potty around
Did you have
here.
a drug test this morning? How's the piss?
Get him up here.
Aaron, I can't wait to watch you work out there. Can't wait to watch this season for you. I can't wait to watch you experience a year with the Yinzers. And will you be joining us on Tuesdays or no? Did they tell you can't?
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. You can talk to Bert over there.
No. Bert's
I
taking care of
appreciate
it.
you guys. Good to see you all as usual. Good to see you in person. Have fun in Canton. San Diego Chargers.
That's right.
Yes.
But it's going to be a fun year. It's going to be a really fun year. I'm just really, if I can sum up my feelings being in Pittsburgh, is just gratitude to be in such a special organization with Mike T, the leadership of the football team, and to play for a fan base that cares as much as these guys do.
Hell yeah, we're lucky to have you here in Pittsburgh. I speak for the city at this moment, but not always. You're the man.
I love your claim in Pittsburgh now. You claim Indy when you're back in Indy.
I'm like The Rock, baby. I got 2 homes. You should see me down in Morgantown, too. I fucking love that place.
All that money you got.
Yeah. Got homes all over the place, Aaron.
All right, thanks, guys.
You're the man. Ladies and gentlemen, 4-time NFL MVP, the starting quarterback of the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers.